In this video, I'm going to be covering at least or around 10 different plays, OTC plays and penny stocks that could make you a lot of money. So if you are enjoying this content, make sure you drop a quick like on this video. I have a 0.0005, a 000 penny stock that has not diluted a single share in 5+ years, that has 5 target acquisitions for this calendar year alone. They say many of these they've already made verbal agreements with to be acquired, and apparently their website has just been updated. So is something brewing? Is something big about to happen? As the gold sector continues to heat up and hit all-time highs, I have 2 different gold plays and gold mining plays that are on high watch that I'm watching very closely. For the last video, I covered a lot of the hottest cannabis plays in the entire market. Ticker TLRY actually had earnings this morning and is going down like crazy, bringing a lot of the big name, the top names in the sector down with it. So what I'm going to do in this video is cover, probably 5 different, cannabis type plays that nobody knows about, that nobody's talking about, that have not even ran yet. These are lagging behind the other big names, with elections coming up, with a 420 holiday coming up as well, and all of these potential catalysts that if everything lines up right, this entire sector can go parabolic, once again. And these plays that I'm about to talk about have not even ran yet. Most of these plays have tiny market caps, $3 million to $5 million market caps, and very small floats. Pretty much all of these plays, or most of them, have very small floats. So with volume, they can go absolutely parabolic and squeeze and make you a lot of money. Just depends if everything does line up correctly. We're about to talk about all these plays, but for a few seconds, we must talk about some important economic events for this week. The most important one is CPI data, inflation data, which is coming out on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, with PPI data coming in the next morning. Guys, you really have to pay attention to this, because when this information comes out, it will really determine the trend of the market for the rest of the week. And, it just has a very big impact on the market. So a lot of people are waiting on this, including myself, before they make any big investments in the stock market. Also on Wednesday morning, the first Q1 reports of earnings seasons do come out. I believe Delta Airlines comes out with earnings in pre-market or something, in the same morning as CPI data, which is on Wednesday. Don't really care about Delta Airlines. 10 S&P 500 companies are scheduled to report Q1 earnings this week to kick off the earnings season. Obviously, the primary focus will be bank earnings. So Q1 earnings for the biggest Wall Street banks, including JP Morgan, Chase, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo, will be on Friday. So that's something, so that's another big catalyst for the market to watch on Friday. Those are the main economic events that will really determine the direction and outlook and the trend of the current market. Now we're going to talk about some very tiny market cap, micro float cannabis plays that no other YouTuber is talking about. I've already discussed all of the main plays and all the catalysts going on in the sector in last video. So we're going to talk about some other plays that have not really taken off yet. So YODL17 put out some really good research on ticker GNLN. Sitting at the bottom right now, only a 3 million share float and a market cap of only $2 million. Guys, keep in mind, they have over 150 employees and they have a tiny $2 million market cap and a lot of other things that we have to talk about. What is GNLN and what do they do? GreenLane is the premier global platform for the development and distribution of premium cannabis accessories, packaging, vape solutions, and lifestyle products. We operate as a powerful house of brands, third-party brand accelerator, and an omni-channel distribution platform, providing unparalleled product quality and customer service, compliance knowledge, and operations and logistics to accelerate our customers' growth. And they have a sales and sales support staff servicing more than 7,000 wholesale customers in specialty brick and mortar retail outlets, more than 50,000 positive customer feedback reviews, 6 distribution centers throughout the US, Canada, and Europe. Like I said, 150 plus employees and counting, 270,000 plus packages shipped each year. This is very big. Volume has been growing over the past few weeks with a gap fill around $1.15. There are some warrants at $1.05, so we could get a push to that area so these note holders can exercise these warrants. 3.6 million shares at float, very small float, tiny $2 million market cap, and I just explained 150 plus employees. A lot of stuff going on. Q3, according to this post right here, Q3 earnings were good and company has plenty of cash. Solution tracker shows positive cash flow, and it looks like they have multiple brands and partners with some very big high name companies, 17 plus years of industry experience, 20 plus partnerships with some very key and well-known brands like I just said, 5 global distribution hubs. Company is in the middle of hiring more salespeople, it looks like, which is always a great sign of things to come. So which is obviously a sign they're very busy and in the process of accomplishing, a lot of different things, a lot of big goals right here for this team. And according to this post right here, GNLN has a book value that sits at $4.12, and currently the stock is trading at 50 cents. According to this as well, has assets of 48 million, which the market cap is $2 million. So very extremely undervalued cannabis play that you definitely have to watch, trading at 53 cents as of right now. And as you can see in the last month, has not even had a reaction like the other big name cannabis plays in this sector. Definitely one that's under the radar and can explode if huge volume comes in as the 420 holiday and elections are coming up, and we have a lot of catalysts, which if they do get, if they go in the right direction, this cannabis sector can explode even more than it just did in March or just the previous month alone. So this is still one of the best plays to watch. If you want to, you can follow me at 6K_investor on Twitter. Also the same name on StockTwist. I post on here sometimes. But TLRY earnings this morning are tanking. Like I said, all the big name cannabis stocks like ACB, CGC, and the ETF MSOS are going down with it. But like I said, GNLN is holding up. Just went over that one. Ticker AGRI. $4 million market cap, a beatdown play with a 5 million share float and a very small market cap. Ticker CBDW, a $2 million market cap, only 65 million outstanding shares, 20 million shares that float in the sector, and just announced with their recent PRs, they are expanding into the AI sector. This is an OTC play, another OTC play with a very bad share structure, but not much room for dilution. 6.7 billion outstanding shares compared to 7 billion authorized shares. This is a 000 or a 00 cannabis stock trading at 0.002. I think this one actually went up 40% yesterday. So ticker CBDD, definitely one to watch. These are two OTC plays, which volume has been kind of dead in the OTC, but some plays are still making some very big runs. So we're still watching these. This ticker IFXY trading at 0.0005, a 000 play that has not diluted a single share in at least 5+ years. The company has identified 5 additional target companies that it plans to acquire throughout 2024 calendar year, many that they have already made verbal agreements to be acquired. So more details on these will be provided. They say right here, they also said right here that they want to let shareholders know that no new shares have been issued since we first acquired the company, and that there are no current plans for a reverse split to achieve their current goals. So that's very big right there, that they plan, or they've stated no reverse split. Also want to change their name, complete a PCAB audit by the end of the calendar year. Upon completion of the audit, the company plans to become a fully report direct filer with the SEC. So they want to become SEC fully reporting, which is very good and will attract more investors. Any OTC pink current play is extremely high risk. You should not be putting too much money into these plays, and you should take profits very quickly. And these are just very high risk, but is something big about to happen, as they did update their website and they say coming soon, and updated their name. I think that's going to be their new name, Todedito or whatever it's called, are going to file with the FINRA for a name change. Here on their filing, there are no convertible notes, which is very good to see. And also, like I said, have not diluted any shares in very many years, at least 5+ years. So that's why we're watching this one. Has a lot of acquisitions planned for this year, so definitely one you have to watch. And it looks like all the insiders still hold all of these shares as of their latest filing. As you can see, CEO still owns 670 million shares. Another insider owns 2.5 billion, and another one owns just over 100 million shares. 3 billion plus of these are still locked up, leaving the float at 2 billion. Market cap is under $3 million in the float. Like I said, 2 billion float. Ticker IFXY, definitely watch them. They haven't really put out any press release in a very long time, I believe since the end of 2023 in October or something like that, but still on high watch. A lot of potential news. The gold sector continues to heat up. Looking at ticker GAU is one I'm really, it's already up, pretty much went from 87 cents to $1.60, pretty much doubled 2x since gold has started to rally. So I really want to pull back on this one before I decide to get in. But ticker GAU is definitely one to watch, and gold stocks are actually heating up. They've been heating up as gold continues to make all-time highs. Trading at $1.50, ticker GAU, is still, pretty much undervalued compared to what they're capable of. Has some very big catalysts just come out recently. I am just looking for a pullback before I potentially decide to get in. So this is GAU, is a gold stock, one of my favorite gold penny stocks in the entire market. Not really making any big time investments until I see how the market reacts to the CPI data coming out tomorrow morning. But two plays I'm in right now are Uber puts, which I am doing pretty good on these, and we have been trading in this zone for the last few weeks or something like that, from $73 all the way to $80. We're in this zone lately. This on the daily chart. So at this demand level right here, we tested the support multiple times, and it looks like we just broke down. So I do think this one will continue to drop further from a technical standpoint. Consider with Uber and maybe even Lyft, but right now I'm just only betting against Uber. As Tesla unveils more information about the robotaxi and the development, I think there's a very big event coming on August 8th. Well, they will be discussing the robotaxi and everything like that. That's looking at Uber. It's more of a long-term thing because, the robotaxi will not actually probably be a thing for multiple years to come. So a lot of time before that happens. But say they want to hold this stock, say they want to buy Uber and hold it for, a long-term investment, they have to consider robotaxi. And as more information comes out about this and about, Tesla's potential to disrupt this entire sector in the long term, if they're thinking about holding Uber as a long-term investment, this is going to enter their mind. And that's why I think demand as a long-term investor for Uber will die out. And even right now, guys, some analysts may come out and downgrade the stock as, people get emotional and start fearing, the potential for Uber as a long-term investment, which is actually coming into play right now. So this level right here, actually on the chart, on the daily chart, it actually did go all the way down here. And we'll just have to see if it does close under this. I do believe that it can, gap down all the way close to $70 or something like that. It bounced off this level before, came back down, touched it, bounced up, came all the way back down. Headlines start coming out about robotaxi. They just announced the event in August. So what I'm seeing now is this was enough to break this support level, close under this. I will hold my position and try to cash out of it later in the week. Just depends on a few things. As far as SOFI, I do have SOFI calls. Earnings are coming out near the end of the month. This one does have a wall right here around $7.80. We break past that, could push to the $8 plus level and continue to go up. We have a lot, like I said, a lot of big data coming in tomorrow that can affect the entire market. So SOFI is one I have calls on. Uber puts, and Tesla is one that I continue to buy dips on. I don't really see this one going over 180 or going below 160 in the next month. We do have earnings coming out on the 23rd of the month, so anytime this one dips, I'll be loading up. It's a big catalyst right there to watch. Q1 delivery numbers were way lower than expected, so will this, a lot of people think revenue numbers will be down as well. So there's another buying opportunity for me and other people that think that, I really think this stock can make a lot of people rich if you buy it right now, buy any dips and hold it for the next 5 to 10 years. I think you can get rich off this stock alone. So that's my honest opinion. Guys, let me know in the comments what you're watching, what other stocks you're watching, what you think about these plays, and I will see you on the next video.